Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining today. I'm glad we're here in the second session of our meeting for academic excellence. The aim of the sessions we have is to ensure or to help as many people as possible attain academic excellence in the UK. The opportunity we have through the state government is one that we must make use of. We have to make ourselves and the government proud, most importantly ourselves. Yeah, so some of the things we'll be talking are things that will directly help you to succeed. Last week we talked about academic misconduct, things you don't have to do as a student here in the UK, things that could land you in trouble. And some of them included plagiarism, academic misconduct generally, cheating, not referencing properly, collusion, and all of that. So again, today we're taking it further and we want to do a practical demonstration of how you can use RefWorks. So guys, can you all see my screen?
Yeah, we can see the Zoom screen, yeah.
Yes, we can
Okay,
see it.
okay. This is the RefWorks landing page. If you open refworks.proquest.com, what is RefWorks? RefWorks is a tool that will help you when you're writing to be able to reference properly. You don't have to start learning how to format references. I'm sure that back home where some of us are coming from, maybe when you're writing projects or stuff, you have to learn all the commas before the semicolon, before the full stop. And all those things can be really cumbersome. Please ensure everybody is muted, guys. I'm hearing some sound and it's not palatable. So you don't have to start all over to learn how to punctuate your references. These tools, RefWorks, Mendeley, Zotero, they already help you to do those things while you focus on your research, while you focus on the main writing. So these are tools that make things easy for you. Referencing, I'm just going to explain it for the sake of explanation. I want to believe everybody knows what it means to reference. Is that part where you're writing something and you want to say, according to Mr. A, according to Mr. A 2022, that's the in-text, and then the bibliography, the reference list that appears at the end of your writing. Those two aspects are key elements that you must include throughout your studies here in the UK or any form of academic writing you're doing. You have to do in-text citation. That's the one you put in the body of your text, and then the bibliography, which is at the bottom, at the end of your write-up. So those two things are very important, and you don't want to mismatch them. You don't want to put something in text and then miss it at the end of your bibliography or the other way around. So that's why you need a tool that will make it easy for you. And RefWorks is one of them. If you come to the landing page of RefWorks, you will see something that looks like this. It says, making research easier. Because I have an account, my username is here and my password is here, right? But then, if you want to create a new account, if you see this option here, you can create an account. And because you're a student in the UK, once you have an email address that has .ac.uk, it shows that you're an academic in the UK, and RefWorks and the rest of them give you access. If you are using your Gmail or your Yahoo Mail or any other mail, you will not be able to create a free account on these portals. You may have to pay. But since you're a student in the UK, you don't have to pay for this account. So what you need to do is to go to create an account or go to login. Use login from my institution. That's if they've given you a login. But the best thing to do, go to create an account, follow the process. They will send you confirmation emails to your school email address. Click it. It's as simple as creating an email address. It just goes, and once you have been able to create this account, you now have this login page, and you just come here, input your email address that you used to create the account, enter your password, and you sign in. Once you sign into RefWorks, this is what is going to look like. This is what it's going to look like. Of course, this is my page. You can see my name. You can see the university and the language. This is hopefully what your own is going to look like if you sign in properly. If you sign in properly, I'll have a quick walk. The demonstration of RefWorks, you can find it on YouTube. You can find all the demo on YouTube, or if you have access to it on your school portal, you may be able to see even more explanations of this. But let me quickly run through them. On the left here, you have a few buttons. Some of them, the idea of this is not to explain everything here, because yeah, you have to do some research yourself to find them, but because we don't have all the time. Yourself, please mute yourself. So once you have an account like this, that is your RefWorks open. I'm going to show you the tools you're going to use the most. I'm going to show you the tools you're going to use the most. As you can see, you can use this for reference management to remove duplicates and all of them. But let me go straight to the tools that will be handy for you while you do your course. You can now begin to navigate other aspects of this RefWorks. One of the things you might need to do once you start anything is to create a folder here. You see my folders because you're going to be doing different courses or different subjects or different terms. So you can come here if you want to organize yourself into different folders, so it will be easy for you to use. You come to my folder, add a folder, you create a new folder. For instance, let's create a folder and call this folder Ebonyi Demo. Yeah? Let's call this Ebonyi Demo. We save the folder. You can see instantly it has gone to the folder and the folder is empty. There is nothing in this folder. So I'm going to leave this RefWorks here and then go to start my research. You have opened, created an account in RefWorks, and now you're doing your research. Let's do some research. This is where your research will most likely start. This is where your general research will most likely start. If you're given an assignment to do, you cannot go to google.com, this google.com, google.com. You cannot go here to search for anything that has to do with your assignment, except you just want to have an initial scoping of what the subject area is. But just know that the internet is an open place where anybody can dump any information. Even my son, who is 11 years old, could go to this place and write anything he wants to write. Or somebody who has not been to school could write anything they want to write. And if they know how to tweak their website, anything you search, their result comes up at the top. So you may find yourself getting information from people who are not authorities in your field. You will see a lot of gibberish on Google and you think you're getting the right information. So this website, google.com, is a no for academic research. Don't come here. Go to Google, scholar.google.com, where you stand on the shoulder of giants. This is where academic work is curated, works that have been peer-reviewed, works that have not been peer-reviewed, all sorts of works are here. In due course, we will talk about some of the other research databases. And maybe if Dr. Francis has time tonight, he will share some things, some other databases. So, but let's use Google Scholar for the demonstration tonight. So let's search for, who wants to suggest what we're going to search for? Because I want to be sure we're here together. Who wants to suggest what we're going to search for? If you want us to search for anything, could you just pop it up, or I just type something? I want to search something that is related to somebody's course. Okay. Future of AI. That's very broad, but okay, let's take that. Ezekiel Wibo. Future of AI. Let's come here. Future of AI. Artificial intelligence. Let's make it artificial intelligence. Remember that the one skill you need to have as a master's student is your ability to search. You must know how to tweak your search to get what you're looking for. For instance, future of artificial intelligence. This is not to say that your recommendation is not good. I'm just trying to let you know. There are some search terms that are very broad if you're doing your research. You have to try to tweak your search, change your keywords.
Hi, boy! I'll be in a meeting.
Please, could you mute yourselves? Thank you very much. So you have to learn how to tweak your search until you get what you're looking for. So, but for now, we're searching generally future of artificial intelligence. Let me quickly run through what this Google Scholar looks like for those of us who are not conversant with it. Google Scholar allows you to sort articles by date. You don't want to be talking about the future of artificial intelligence, and you're writing from articles that were written 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or 20 years ago for certain subject matters. You are expected, in fact, for all subject matters, you're expected to give the most recent information on those subjects. That is not to say that the dated information is not important. If you're talking about definitions that have stood the test of time or theories that have been used over and over again, it's okay to go back and refer to them. But when you're talking about the future of AI, what is happening now on whatever subject area, it's important that you pay attention to the references that you are going to use, references that are fresh, references that have been peer-reviewed and stuff like that. So that is what this what do you call it? This time filter does for you. You can check articles that have been written since 2025 or articles that have been written since 2021. Or for instance, you do a custom range. Maybe you want to find articles that were written between maybe 2019 and 2023. Maybe that's what you're looking for. You search. So you see the features that Google Scholar gives you. It allows you to already control what you see. So all the articles that is going to bring up for you now are articles written between 2019 and 2023. You can also go to sort it by the relevance to your search, right? Or you want to include patents. Patents are like publications that are relating to things that have been patented by their owners. So you could also include it, right? But as it comes default, it just include citations. So you need to play around with this. You need to play around with this to tweak it, to know how to use it. In fact, there are different ways of searching here. There are different parameters that you could use to search here, but that's not the subject of today. So now we have future of artificial intelligence. For instance, if this is the article, okay, if you look at this place, you will see a few things. The first one is save. Maybe you want to come back to this search. The second one is cite. That is the one we're going to be using, but let me show you other ones. Cited by. The number of people citing an article is very important. What it means is that that article has some level of prestige. It means that people trust that article. Many other scholars have referred to it. That means that article must have some value in it. So it's important that you look at the number of people citing an article. This button here helps you to find other articles related to this particular article. And then this article has different versions, 8 versions already. Yeah. So these buttons are buttons you could use for further searching to check the credibility of what you're referring to. So it's important, check this metrics, check the date of the article, look at the title of the article, and see if it's relevant to you. Beyond the article, one of the things you need to do is to know how to quickly scan through the abstract and the conclusion of an article to see how it relates to what you're looking for. So on the right here, if you can see my mouse, you will see the option to see the PDF. And then you see mine is showing view at Abate because I am logged in as Abate University. If you log in through your own university, you'll see view at your university. If you click this, it will take you to your school library to view through your school library function. But that may not even be necessary. You may just go straight to the PDF. If you see the one that has PDF, it gives you the PDF. I'm going to right click to show you. If I right click this and open it in a new tab, you're okay. Where's my internet? Okay. You see the PDF. The PDF of that document has come up. It says a brief history of artificial intelligence on the past, present, and future of artificial intelligence. Looks like an interesting article. So if I want to use this, I'll quickly come here, read this summary. In many articles, you see it as abstract, but this is seen as summary. You can quickly come and read this portion to see how it relates to what you're discussing. That tells you, that helps you to understand how you should write. That when you're writing your article, the abstract is the meat of the matter. That is where you're supposed to discuss or to tell us briefly everything that you did or what you did in that work. Because somebody reads your abstract to find out if your article is interesting enough. So if you quickly come to this summary and see, okay, is this what I'm looking for? Does it relate to what I'm looking for? Okay, you could just scan through the document quickly and maybe go to the conclusions and see what the work eventually did. That is just to scope and see if this article is relevant to what you're studying. It doesn't mean that that is how you're going to read the article. This is trying to know, okay, is this the right article for me? So I am going to close this. I just wanted to show you the PDF and I'll come back to this. So if I have confirmed that this first article is what I am looking for, right? It's time to use this button here. Are we seeing this cite button? This cite button, I'm going to click it. And when I click it, you see the option that comes up. Let me click it again and take this away. Stay here. Where am I going to put you? Let's stay here. Okay, so you see these different options. These are different reference formats. You see APA, you see Chicago, you see Harvard style, you see Vancouver. These are just a few of the possible formats for this particular article. You're not going to copy this one. This is going to limit you. You're not going to copy this one. You don't need to copy this one and save it somewhere. No, leave it. You see this option that says RefWorks. This option that says RefWorks is where you're going to click. If you click this RefWorks, automatically it opens up your RefWorks account. Remember, we had signed in here. Our RefWorks is signed in. We have a folder, a point demo, and then we have seen an article. We right-clicked and we clicked RefWorks, and it's opened up here. So now that your RefWorks is open, remember we created a folder. This is what it will normally open. You know, say assign to folder. You can decide to assign that particular reference to a folder or just dump it anywhere. But I recommend you create folders for different works so that it will be easier for you to reference them when you need them. So I'm going to select that folder, a point demo. You remember I created that folder, a point demo. So if I select it, all I have to do is click import. All I have to do is click import, and that's it. You can see it says 1/1 references imported. I'm done with that article. So if at the end of the day, that's the article I want to use for my work, I have seen it on Google Scholar, I have sent it from RefWorks, and I put it in a folder in my RefWorks. My job is done. So let me put a few more references here. Let me see another article, maybe artificial intelligence and the future of global health. This is just a demo. So please, gentlemen, could you mute your microphones, please? So I'm going to try this again, artificial intelligence and the future of global health. So I'll click Cite, RefWorks. Why is this on my screen? RefWorks, and it automatically opens. So let me put it in the same folder. I'll put it in a Boeing demo again, import, done, okay? I'll keep searching. I'll keep searching. Maybe let's check something like artificial intelligence and ethics, for instance. Artificial intelligence and ethics. So we also see some other articles, artificial intelligence from ethics to law, understanding artificial intelligence, ethics and safety, medical ethics. This is just a demo. So let's assume I want to use this article, Ethics of Artificial Intelligence in Radiology, Summary of Joint European. This, you have to confirm that this is what you want. And the way I said you confirm is quickly look at the PDF. I'm going to open this in new tab. I just checked the PDF. Okay, guys, don't mind my internet. My internet has this is my work system, so it has a lot of firewalls to ensure security. So you see the article here. This is the abstract of the executive summary. So I will read this quickly and see if this is what I want. So I assume this is what I want. Yeah, I can leave it open. I can download it. Remember, you can download this to your system. You can download it to your computer if you want to use it later. Then you come here, artificial intelligence. So I'm going to cite it. Let me cite this. I'll send it to RefWorks again. This is RefWorks. Send to RefWorks. Somebody's who's echoing. I don't know if it's somebody's speaker. Okay, we're good. So I'll save it in the same folder, a Boeing demo, import. And yes, so we have imported a few references, and I assume that those references are relevant to the work I want to write about. So in this RefWorks, importantly, in this RefWorks, let me show you something that you need to do. Before this RefWorks can connect to your Microsoft Word, because you need to connect this RefWorks to your Microsoft Word so that you can use it in Microsoft Word. Come to this tools. Tools, where is it? Tools, yeah? Wait, did you see where I clicked? I clicked on tools. You now see RefWorks writing tools. If you use Microsoft Word for writing papers, you will love how easy RefWorks makes citing references. So there is what we call RefWorks Citation Manager. It's called RCM. It works for Microsoft Word 2016 and above. And at this time, at this level, you don't have to, you're not supposed to be struggling with original copies of Microsoft Word. I know that coming from where we're coming from, many of us might have counterfeit copies of some of this software. But because you're now a student in the UK, you have access to Microsoft 365, which means your Microsoft Word is going to be up to date, is expected to be up to date. If you have not done it, please log into your Microsoft Word and update it or download Microsoft 365 It's going to ask you to input your student ID and all of that so that you have the most updated Microsoft software suite. Yeah. So you see how to use RefWorks inside your Microsoft Word. So let me open Microsoft Word quickly. Am I sure you're going to see the next screen I'll share? Okay, if you see the screen, let me know. So I'm going to, my screen sharing is paused. I'm going to share another screen. I'm going to share another screen. Let me know you can see the screen. So I hope you all see my Microsoft
So yeah, we can see your Microsoft Word screen, yes.
Okay, that's fine. So because I already have RefWorks Citation Manager, that's why you can see it here. You can see it here. But you will not have it if you've not installed it. So to install it, what you need to do is to go to where's this place again? Is to go to, just give me a second, I'm trying to find this. You're supposed to go to, just give me a second, I'll find it. Here, I'm looking for, I also have Zotero here. I'm looking for Microsoft, what do you call it? Microsoft Store. Okay, this is it. Add-ins. Can we all see these add-ins? You go to home. This is add-ins. That's assuming you have, because I know you have not installed it. For those of you who have not, if you click this add-in, it's going to take a while to load. Once it comes here, you see this search button. Just type RCM because that's what you're looking for. Automatically, it will bring up RefWorks RCM because I already have it. It's here. Your own, you may not have it here. So it will come up here. You click add. You click add. You see, mine is already added.
So,
I'm not seeing your screen.
Please, I'm not seeing your screen, sir.
Oh, you're not seeing my screen?
Yeah.
so
One second. Dr. Frank says, can you see my screen?
yeah, I could see your Microsoft Word screen, but I think it's probably you're sharing. Maybe you have it too open or something, because we can't see the places you're clicking on and stuff.
Okay, let me drag this in here and see if you would see it.
Yeah.
So what do you see? You see a blank screen, right? Do you?
No. Now we see a screen with the big 5 model original.
Oh, sorry, I'm sharing the wrong screen. Obviously, I am sharing the wrong screen. Okay, sorry guys. I'm going to share the right screen for you now. Let us share a new screen. Give me a second. I should have known. I was busy talking to myself. Okay. So can we see this? The blank screen.
Yeah, the blank screen now showing up.
Yes, it's showing now.
Okay. So if you click, if you see this home, once you come to your Microsoft home, you come to where you have add-ins here. You click the add-ins and type RCM. That's RefWorks Citation Manager, RCM. Did you see where I typed it? Can someone confirm?
Yeah, we can see your typing.
Yes, you are seeing it.
Okay, so when you click it here, it will come up. That's you're searching for the add-in in Microsoft Word. Just type. If you type RefWorks, I'm sure it will still come out. RefWorks, it will still come out. Yeah. So either you type RefWorks or RCM. RCM is the RefWorks Citation Manager. So if you click it, because I already have it, that's why mine is here. But since you don't have it, you just have to add it. If you click the add, in your own case, it will ask you to log in. But mine is already logged in. Do you understand what I mean? So you will log in with the same details you used to create the account on RefWorks, the one we did earlier. Once you do that, you'll see your RefWorks sitting right inside your Microsoft Word. Remember, we created a folder called a boy demo or something. I have a lot of references here and folders I use to work. So I'm going to go to that folder. This is it. You see a boy demo. That's this folder we created. I'll click a boy demo. And you can see those references that we downloaded. They're all here. You can begin to see those.
So we can't see that folder.
What can you see?
The
We
blank
can
screen.
see the folder. No, we can see the
We can see the folder.
Okay, that's good then. Go ahead.
Okay, so that's the folder there. And you have all the references that you have added, that were added there. It's in here now. So let's write something. Let's write, for instance, I'm now writing my article. I'm saying artificial intelligence is the artificial intelligence has grown over the past 10 years. It is expected, it is estimated that in the next 2 years, every human will have some sort of wearable AI. So assuming this is my argument, I've just started writing. And you know that when you're writing, you have to be referencing people. Now I want to reference, maybe this is the article that I want to reference. All I need to do now is to, one second, let me shift this guy. What I need to do now, I've written this and I want to now quote somebody. I will just select this. Assuming this is the article I want to select. I will select this and say, insert citation. Did you guys see what I did?
Yes.
Yes, we saw what we did.
this is
automatically.
Not really. Sorry, I did not get it.
I did not get.
Okay, let me do that again. I'll remove this reference. Yeah. So this is me now. I'm now writing in my Microsoft Word. I have logged in my RefWorks here, just the same way you logged it in on their website. So, and you know, when you're writing, you're supposed to reference where you're writing from, even if you're paraphrasing. So assuming this is the argument I'm putting through, and I got this argument from one of the articles I did, I want to reference this article because in academic writing, you must reference and reference very well. It is expected that before you begin to write, you have consulted different papers, different people's works to now form your own opinion or to guide your write-up. So this is my write-up. I want to reference it. And I want to reference any of these articles. We downloaded 3 articles. I think so. We downloaded 3 articles. All of them are here. So if this is the one I want to reference, I'll click select, right? And then I'll click. Are you seeing this insert citation?
Yes, we can see.
Yes, we are seeing it.
Yes, it has inserted that citation for me automatically, formatted it and put it in the right format. Let me keep writing. I'll come here. I'll still continue writing. Blah, 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 blah. I'll keep writing. And I want to insert another reference. I want to refer to somebody else. Okay, let me select this guy and insert citation. You see, it has inserted another work for me, another person's article, right? So this is how I'll keep writing. At the end of the day, if I finish this my article, I need to now put the list of references, which is called the bibliography too. I need to put the very easy. You come here. Where is it? Here. Did you see where I clicked?
Yes.
I click this menu. Is the menu, right? I'll click here. You see where the bibliography is like the list of references at the end of your work is. By default, RefWorks turns it off so that it doesn't disturb your writing. It's advised to turn it on after you have finished your whole writing. So I assume I have finished my writing. I'll just come and turn this thing on. If I turn it on, you see it has automatically listed my references in alphabetical order with the right punctuation. You don't need to now worry about is the comma before this one, is the that one before. So all I need to do now is just to put a title here and say maybe references. And that is my work done. So all the references, regardless of how many pages you have written or how many references you have written, it will line it up here. If you use a particular reference more than once, it will still format it and line it up here. And then because different courses have different formatting styles of their reference, depending, the people in law have their own format. Who can tell me the format for their course? Let's change it and you see what it looks like.
Harvard.
Use upper 6th edition.
Upper 6th
Harvard.
Okay, it's already on Harvard.
It's
already on Harvard. Yeah, it's already on Harvard. If you look here, you'll see the format it is. You can see it's already on Harvard, right?
Okay.
Use upper edition 6.
To whatever you want to use, what you just need to do is come to this place and click it. It will open up all of them. So which one are we going to do? Let's search for, there are over 7,000 styles. Upper. Is that upper? So let's search for it. Okay, come on for road now. You see all the upper? Which of the upper? You say upper 6. What's this? Whichever one you're looking for. So let's go for upper 6.
Let's use the latest one is I think 7th or 6th edition. Yeah.
Okay. 7th edition, upper 7. This is upper 7 basic. You still see upper. There are different versions, but whatever, depending on course, you can use any of the upper. So let's use upper 7 basic. Once I select this, all I now need to do is to click update. You see, automatically, it has changed the reference style to upper 7. You don't need to worry about all those styles. Just know the style, write it in any format, and come to this place and change it. Guys, my RefWorks needs updating. That's why this thing is showing. I hope if you get the latest one, it will not show. But mine, I will need to update it probably after this class. So you see how easy it is to get these references in. You don't need to now start thinking of how to type it, because I know this was one of the problems that a lot of people have trying to remember to use the formatting, and it's hell. So now send it directly to your account and you come here and you do it. For the sake of your work, like I said, you may need to turn off this last part because it usually comes with this title. So you may even delete this one and format and just keep the file where you want to keep it, right? So keep writing as many references as possible. It will automatically do all of them. So you can turn this off by turning bibliography off. That part disappears. It can always come back. The reason it's recommended to turn it off as you're writing is so that it doesn't conflict with what you're writing. So if you notice that once you automatically put a reference, Microsoft
Sorry, Sylvester. We have Ezekiel. I think he is wanting to ask a question. So
okay.
Whenever you feel like it, please let him ask.
Okay, thank you for calling my attention. Yeah,
Ezekiel, and then if any other person has a question as well, raise your hands and then we'll give you the platform to ask.
Okay, yeah. So this is good time to ask questions. Doctor, please help me coordinate the questions because I'm sharing my screen and I can't see the charts.
No worries. Ezekiel, do you have a question?
Yes, I do have a question.
Yeah.
Yes, good evening, everybody. So my question is why we put the citation. I feel it is going to appear like an hyperlink. Is it advisable to leave it like that or to remove it from the hyperlink?
No, the hyperlink is good. The hyperlink helps the reader of your article to go straight to the reference. That's what I was coming to. Because by the time you put your bibliography and this hyperlink is here, if you click it, it takes the person directly to the work you're referring to. So it helps for easy navigation of your work as well. So if I put my bibliography and somebody, and by the time you submit this work in Word and your lecturer is reading, if he clicks here, it will take the person not to the document online. It will take the person to where it appears in your reference list at the end of your document, if you understand. So the hyperlink is not linking to online, it's linking to your document. It's like cross-referencing your document, if that answers your question.
Yes, it does. It does. But just that there was one paper I did recently. So the person I was doing it with is in US, and he asked me to remove all the hyperlink I have used. So I had to remove everything. I don't know why.
That's why it's important to stick to the guidelines of what you're doing. You can just leave it until when you are done with your work. When you're done with your work, then you can remove all the links. So in line with what the person has requested. And I think by the time you convert these things to PDF, I think the hyperlinks go. I'm not sure again, but yeah, I think by the time you save this as PDF, the hyperlinks are no longer active. But this hyperlink is good for tracking for yourself and for whoever is working with you. But yes, if the person you're working with says remove the hyperlinks, then it's okay to go ahead and remove all the hyperlinks.
That's brilliant. Christian, do you have a question? Go for it.
Good evening, everybody. Sorry, my question is is it possible that you finish writing a particular chapter, then you now update the references? Or is it line by line or paragraph by paragraph you reference?
I don't think I really understand your question. Are you saying like
my question?
I think I do.
Okay.
So let me just try to answer that, and then if you have something to add, you can add then. So I think he's asking, when do you actually place the references, you know?
In the text. Is that what you're saying?
So as you're writing, so in text citation.
Okay.
So because a lot of my students also ask these questions, they get it very confusing. So usually, if you make any claim, so if you say that, you know, the use of AI is becoming prevalent, and you know, just like Sylvester said here, and that is it is positioned to increase dramatically in the next few years. So you can't possibly be writing that from your head. So therefore, you need a citation for it. So you don't need to wait until the end of a paragraph, and you don't need to wait until the end of the chapter before you cite. So as you write, anytime you make a strong claim, something that is not common knowledge, then you need to put a citation to it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes, I understand it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, thank you, Doc, for that. Yes, absolutely. Whenever you make a claim, whenever you make a strong claim, in academic work, it's expected that you're able to make your input, but your input has to be supported by you're not the first person to know that. If you're dropping a statistics, you're dropping a headline or a breaking news or any claim, like you said, you have to support it with some form of reference. Sometimes you may need to reference more than one person for the same claim. For instance, if I am saying that the use of AI has been strongly studied, and it is found that in the next 2 years, I could use more than one reference to prove that, to show that, yes, it has been vastly studied. Because when you say vastly studied, it means that many people don't do it. A lot of people have done this. So you may even need to use more than one reference to even make your work stronger. For instance, if that was the case here, I'm going to remove this reference. If that was the case in this part, and I want to use 3 references to just show that if that claim is very strong and it's about something that I'm trying to say many people have done, you select as many references as support what you're saying. For instance, you select two references just for demo and say insert. Automatically, you see RefWorks will line up those references for you. No matter the number, they will line it up for you there to use. So yes, that answers your question. Is there any other question?
Yeah, God's time. Have you got a question? Okay, he was raising his hands, but I think now he's probably fine. Do you have any more question at all? Ogbunia, do you have a question?
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Everyone. Yeah, regarding upper reference. Now, during the citation, if you are referencing from the beginning of the sentence, I think it normally look different from when you are citing at the end of the sentence. Now, if you are using this time, if you are using this import citation now, will it reflect it so that the styling will look okay?
Okay, what RefWorks does and the rest of them, what they do is that this is the form of reference that they offer. Now, if you want to use them as part of your sentence, for instance, if you want to say according to Schwab and Wow 2020, you have to edit the reference to suit that. For instance, if I want to say according to, and I now want to use the person. And this is the guy, let me clear this selection. And this is the guy that I want to say according to him. Instead, you see, this is how it's going to come. So you will now have to edit this reference because there are 2 ways to do it. This is actually a very smart question. I was going to come to it. So according to, you now come, when you click the reference, edit it, remove the first bracket and put it here. Okay, and put it here. This is the way that you use in-text in form of a sentence. You see, it's still a hyperlink, but you have edited it to suit the pattern of your writing. It still retains the hyperlink. But one thing to be aware of is that if you have used any of the reference managers for your referencing, and you have used the references as part of your sentence, like we just did, at every point you refresh or change citation style, it goes back to the open brackets, close brackets format. So for every time you refresh, if you have to, not for every time you add the reference, for every time maybe you change your referencing style, it's going to default to the open bracket, close bracket, which means you have to pay close attention to come and remove the bracket from here and put it here. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
It's okay.
Okay. So we have somebody that is joining with Samsung. So I can't see your name there. If you have a question, please unmute and ask.
Okay, while the person makes up his or her mind to ask the question, it's also important to remind you that, or to bring to your notice that anytime you're using RefWorks, there's a default font for the references. It has a default font that may be different from the font you're writing. To properly format your work, it's good that at the end of your writing, please remember to select all your writing and make them uniform. This is formatting your work. See, earlier, let me do this again. If you look at the font of the reference is Calibri, but the font of my write-up is Times New Roman. These are editing issues that you will do at the end of your work. Do not worry about them at the beginning. Just complete everything you need to do, and then sort all that at the end. So it's good to maintain consistency. When you have finished writing your article, please always check that your font is the same. It helps to make your job neat. So you just select all the job by pressing Ctrl A and selecting the same font style, just to make sure the references are in the same font style. You see, they're still there, but they have changed to your font style. In the absence of any question right here in the Word,
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
My question is, for instance, now if you want to write and you consulted like up to 5 articles or more than,
Okay.
and now you are writing, you want to cite any of them, how will you now know the particular one that you want to reference?
Well, you're the one writing. First of all, remember, you're not just referencing for referencing sake. You're not just you're referencing knowledge that you got from an article. So I would assume that when you're reading an article, you're reading it to get knowledge from that article. So you are jotting down the knowledge you're getting from that article. You're jotting down the key points you're getting from that article. And it's those key points that will form your write-up. If you have 5 articles to read for a particular write-up, each of them has an argument they're presenting. And you should be able to, it's good academic practice that as you're reading, you open your notepad. You just go open your notepad and be writing your thoughts from that article into that notepad. Doing it that way helps you when you're now writing your work, because already you know where you got the knowledge from. All of them cannot be saying the same thing. All the articles cannot be about the same thing, except in the case where I said maybe all of them are supporting a particular claim and you want to use it. But if you're building an argument, writing an academic paper, there are different portions of it, and those arguments are supported by the different ones. So you have to take note of where you are getting the knowledge from. It's not like read all these articles and form a general knowledge and then you can just put any reference there. No, for that particular argument you're trying to support, you should know the article you got it from by your own jotting, by your own notes. You should know the article you got that from, and that is the right one you're going to reference. If you have different articles you have read, and then when you are now writing, you are mixing up the references, it's also going to get you some scores for plagiarism, because you're not referencing the right sources. If the lecturer, the professor who is marking your job, takes a good look at your references and sees that, what you're saying here was never said in the book you referenced, that is some form of academic misconduct. So from the word go, from the onset, as you are reading those articles, please form the habit of writing down your thoughts and the major arguments of that article. You have to track those articles so that by the time you're writing, it will be a breeze for you. You know, okay, this is where this is coming from. This is where this is coming from. Do you get? And then I also find it helpful to, when you're scribbling the work, in the first instance of the work, as you write, you can just write the person's first name by yourself. By there, you get the knowledge. You write the person's name, Gabe or Gaze, just to be sure, okay, I know what I'm doing. So when you come to your final work, in your main work, you'll be able to select the references. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Excellent job.
All right, I have a question.
Before you ask your question, I just wanted to add there, because that's a problem. If you read loads of research papers and you have not made notes, you'll be very confused by the time you want to write them down, okay, and to do references. So, and as Sylvester said, if you reference randomly, your professors may find out. At least we do find out, okay? As a matter of fact, just a couple of days ago, one of my colleagues were talking about reference bombing. And what that means is students just, scrambling up some references for the sake of it, just because they've heard that, they needed to reference. So, and then when you go there, you won't find anything related to what they are referencing. So that tells the lecturer that this guy is just a joker. He doesn't know what he's doing. So it's important for you to make notes as you read. So you say that you're reading this, and then you summarize the article you've read, and then you also share your thoughts on that article. Because if you wait later to share your thoughts, you might forget. Okay, so if you're doing literature review, for example, you need to summarize the article real quick, and then you need to kind of critique the article, basically share your thoughts about those articles. So make notes as you read. Don't wait until the end of your reading, when you're starting to write, before you make notes. So with that, I want to ask Onyebuchi to ask their question. So I have Onyebuchi Vincent. So if you're speaking now, Onyebuchi, we can't hear you because you're muted. Okay, so if Onyebuchi is not there, we have local user, somebody named local user. Can you ask your question, please?
Yes, thank you for the good work, please. My question is this. Suppose you're writing and you got your argument from probably a certain page in someone's work. Is it necessary you add the page, or you just cite the person and leave it that way?
Yeah, the paging is usually mostly about books. And trust me, if you use any of the academic databases, at the end of your bibliography, the one that what do you call it? This one here, if you use this one, by the time you turn this on, it will reference the particular page. It will tell you the page. Sometimes conference proceedings are printed or are published as part of like a book or something. But that particular paper or that particular argument is on a page of the paper. It will usually automatically bring it up. But every article you see, if you export the reference from the database, it will come with the exact reference you need for that knowledge. So while you don't have to explicitly start, maybe it's a 10-page article or something, you don't need to bother about. But if it's publications that have multiple subject matters or topics in it, the RefWorks manager will pick up the particular one you are referring to. Then again, where it's important to, where it might also be important to quote pages is where you have quoted somebody verbatim. Maybe you have made a strong argument and there's a big portion of your work or something that has a quotation. It might be important to refer to that. But I also allow Dr. Francis to answer this more because, yeah, he's a lecturer and he knows what they see.
Yeah, so I think you're right. If you're referencing a research paper, okay, conference proceedings, articles and stuff like that, it would, and you're using RefWorks, it would most likely do the job automatically for you. So it would say it's from page this to this. That's where the article is, because the paper, obviously, like you said, is a compilation of papers, and what that means is, the article you're referencing is just in one segment of the entire document. So it would do that for you. But sometimes you're referencing a book, okay? So it's a book. In that case, you may do extra work. So you find out that some of these, automated ways of referencing, they would not promise to do everything for you, okay? So Sylvester has already demonstrated how you can edit it if you are, trying to say that according to this person, blah, blah, blah. So in some cases, you will need to tweak it the way you want. If you're referencing a textbook, then yeah, make sure that it's a good practice to have the page numbers there as well. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Thanks so much.
All right, cheers. So we have Samsung. Do you want to ask your question? That's what your name says. Of course, it's not your name, but I know. If you know yourself, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm the person using Samsung. My name is Joseph.
Okay, go for it.
My question is based on the referencing. When you want to reference a work, normally, if you follow this procedure that we are being told now, is either the reference is coming from Google search or AI. And I really want to know if you use this very particular procedure to make your reference, will it be accepted? Because we are being told not to, we are being warned about plagiarism, that if you are working, maybe you are using AI material to present your work, that the marking system will dictate it and your work will be cancelled. So I really want to know if this particular referencing is coming from Google search or from AI materials. Thank you.
Okay, so real quick on that. If you joined earlier on, you would see Sylvester actually going to fish out those references one by one. Okay, so this is not some random references. This is the articles that you have read. So in that case, you are citing the things that you've read. It's not random, and it's actually academic best practice, not academic misconduct. So these are the things that will actually save you from plagiarism or anything like that, because the antidote to plagiarism and stuff is to write things in your own word and to reference them. So RefWorks, for example, is approved, is official. So it's something that you can actually use, and it won't lead to any kind of academic malpractice or anything like that. Do you get it?
I think one of the things that's confusing him, or that's maybe making it not very clear, is because the topic we're talking about is artificial intelligence. I don't know when you joined, but this is not from AI. This is from Google Scholar, not just Google. I tried to show the difference. Okay, let me see if I can stop the sharing just for a minute, because your question might be helpful to another person, just for clarity's sake. Where are we? Where is the Google? Where's my window? Do I have any? Okay. So this is where we started. This is where we did our research on Google Scholar. Can you see this screen? Google Scholar.
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah, this is where we did our research. We said that you should not even use google.com. You should use Google Scholar, because google.com, people can dump random stuff in there. But Google Scholar is like where you want to stand on the shoulder of giants. Let me assume that we're not even using Google Scholar. Let's use something like ResearchGate, for instance. ResearchGate, what's the ResearchGate again? ResearchGate, let me search it. I should be logged in. ResearchGate is another place where you can find academic materials. When you open ResearchGate for the first time, you will have to log in with your institution login. It helps you to keep track. So if you can see, I'm logged in, right? That's why you see my picture there. So if we're using ResearchGate, for instance, let's search for something, maybe like what do you call it? Global warming, for instance, global warming and Africa. For instance, global warming and Africa. We search on ResearchGate. So this is what do we see here? Okay, assuming this is the article we're looking for on ResearchGate. You see it has one citation. let's open this article and see what it has. If this is the article we like. Okay. All of the academic databases, they have their own ways that you could cite them. For instance, the Google Scholar, we just had to right click and say send to RefWorks. Let's quickly look at how this one works. Citations, share more, download, share. Let's look at this, share on Twitter. You see this? You see where we found this one? On more, can you see it?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
So you see the export citation option here.
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah, in
Can
Google
see it,
Scholar,
teacher.
we just did cite and we sent to RefWorks here. But now we're at ResearchGate. We had to go to more. We have seen the article we are looking for, and we did export citation. When we click export citation, it now asks you how you want to export. Not all of them have direct links to RefWorks. Google Scholar has a direct link to RefWorks. But when you now open here, you see what type of file do you want? There are different types. You can use any of them. But let's use RIS. I'll download it. Let me download it. I'll download this. It has downloaded to my computer in a folder. You can save your folder where you want it to be. I think this is important. So let me open this. Can you still see where I'm going in my downloaded? Can you still see all this? Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm going to open this folder. Maybe you can see. Maybe you can see this one now. You're still on that. So I've downloaded it. Let me just leave it there and open my RefWorks. My RefWorks is open. This is my RefWorks. Can you see my RefWorks?
Yes.
I'll go to my folder. Let's look for that airborne demo. This is airborne demo. So remember, I downloaded references somewhere. It didn't come straight to RefWorks because it's not integrated with RefWorks. You will see different research platforms. But what will I now do? I've opened the folder. You see this add button. Add a reference. Are you seeing where I am?
No.
Okay, let's wait for the person that says he's not seeing. Are you seeing here?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you click this add. You now see, what do you call it? Import references. Import references, right? I'll click this import. And then I'll look for where it is. Shift away from here. You see, select a file from your computer. Are you seeing this?
Yes.
I'll click this select a file from my computer. I'll now look for where that thing I downloaded entered. Mine entered here. Are you seeing where my own entered?
Yes.
Mine entered here. So I'll just select it and open. It's showing me the format, blah, blah, blah. I'll import. So there you have it. I have it in my folder now. I have it in that airborne folder. Okay, it says assign to folder. Sorry, I've not finished. Assign it to airborne demo and import. There you have it. We have it in our folder now. So let's go. Since now you now know we have it in our folder, we can confirm we have it. It's here. What was that? What was that? The effect of sudo. You see it here. It has come in. So let's go back to Microsoft Word. This is a lot, and I hope. Let me stop the share and start another share of the Microsoft Word we're working with. Is this it? Share this. So this is the Microsoft Word we're working with. Is it? You all can see it.
Yes.
So assuming I write another line, assuming I continue writing my article. Where's my article? Assuming I continue writing. Even Africa is not ready. It's not ready for the global warming that is coming. The global warming that is coming. Because African leaders held a meeting in Paris and decided to pull out of the accord. To pull out of the accord. Remember, this is just making up stuff. So this is the part I've written now. I am now looking for that my reference. Where is it? Why is this not coming up? But okay. Remember, once you have imported something, it's good for you to come and refresh your reference list so that it will automatically bring up what you have added. So I'll refresh this. That my reference is here now. Let me check. You see, I think it's this last one. I don't know why this thing is not pulling up completely. Maybe because I need to install. But I think it's this last one.
It's the first one. The first one.
Is it the first one? Okay, yeah, it's this one. Yeah, thank you. So you see it has come up. It's the first one. I'll click it and just insert it. You see it has come in. It has come in here. And if I turn on the bibliography, if I turn this on, you see we have 3 references in our work, and we have 3 of them here, or 4. We have all of them here. So you get, it doesn't matter the academic database you use, just export it to RefWorks. In Google Scholar, it's easy to just right-click and do export to RefWorks. In the other ones, you may look for the option in more and then see download citation. You download all your citation to a folder. You could download all of them to one folder and import them once, or you could just import them one after another. Yeah. So, and that's how easy it is to have all your references together in one place. You're not fighting to start remembering all these punctuations. Then this is very important. LLM, ChatGPT, and DeepSeek. Students are now using it to write their work unethically. Every university has their policy on use of artificial intelligence, AI, and you need to be aware of what your policies in your university are. Generally, use of AI to write your assignment or assessment is academic malpractice. But in some universities, you still see how they have said you can use it, maybe for brainstorming, maybe if English is not your first language, you want to use it for some punctuations. Depending, check your school's policy on the use of AI. But I'm making reference to the fact that some people go to ChatGPT, DeepSeek, or Google Bard and ask ChatGPT to write with references. It to write and give you references that do not exist. It's called AI hallucination. It will write and give you references that do not exist. And you're happy that it's writing references and quoting this person, quoting this person. You will go and follow those links, look for those papers. You will not see them. And your professors know. So don't be too excited that, okay, I know how to use ChatGPT or this, and it will give me references. You will now go and use it and bring references that do not exist. It's called hallucination. It wants to prove to you that it knows what it's doing, so it will give you any answer. I will also tell you that one of the ways you can use large language models now is to also use it as a tool to search the internet. They have new features in them that can help you search, just like Google search. You go to Google, search something, you can now use them as search. It helps you do a quicker search. But whatever search is doing for you, you have to go and confirm those articles, find them and read them. For instance, you're looking for an article on artificial intelligence. If you tell DeepSeek or ChatGPT, help me search the internet and find articles written between 2019 and 2020 that talk about this, it now has the ability to search, just like you're using Google to search. It will show you. Then you now follow those links and go and read those articles and form the basis of your writing. Do not trust any links given to you by any LLM. Many of them lead to dead ends, and your professors know.